Welcome back today again. We are still on this our questions of the thing. But today we just do it for like and jam questions. So we just run and chat about it. But this one, everything is just simple as usual. So as we do like this, we just run and chat and then we say, so we'll just start. Let's go back to business. So the question 1 year for today says that we should solve for y. We should solve for y if open bracket 0.25 raised to power minus 1 is equal to 32. Question is always very simple. So if you are seeing a question like this, you must know that the equation already is from initial equations. The equation is from initial equations. So you will just have to run your thing such a way that nothing will spoil. Just sharp running. So if you have a question like this, just have to bring down your equation. You have your open bracket 0.25. So that close the bracket raised to power y minus 1 is equal to 32. That's the equation. That's what they give us. So what next here now? Remember, we have to change this decimal. This 0.25 is the decimal number. I have to change to fractions. So the next thing we do. Okay, so start from the one inside the bracket. Both must say that. You have to try to eliminate bracket first before you know the next you do. Okay, so what next thing now? Have to remove this bracket in fraction. How do you have it to be? So it's going to give us what 25 over 1, then 1 2, that is 0 0. So that all of them now raised to the power y minus 1 to give you 32. Wow, very good. That's the first step already. So what next thing now? We are going to try and then reduce this 25 over 100 to the lowest thing. See ba? More actually, me I just see this question too. I never see them before. So I just now the way you see them first time, as soon as they see them, I say, oh, because one don't see them before. Okay, good and fine. So let's reduce this and it to the lowest thing. What can divide this and the remainder? 25 can divide itself to have 1. 25 can divide 100 to have 4. So 25 itself is what? 1 time. 25, 100 divided by 25 is what? 4. See ba? So what do you have here now? 1 over 4. Raised to power what? Y minus 1 to give you 32. Abba now. You were good, ba? So what do we do next here now? We are going to remember one of the laws of indices. One of the laws of indices says that if you have 1 over 2 is equal to what? 2 raised to power minus 1. See, but that's the negative index of indices. If you have 1 over 15, it means what? 15 raised to power minus 1. Okay, if you have y, 1 over x, it means what? X raised to power minus 1. Okay, so you have to apply the same thing here. So here now we're going to have what? 4. 1 over 4 will give you what? 4 raised to power minus 1. See, ba? Then now in bracket again, you have here now y minus 1 to give you what? 32. Okay, very good. So maybe try, since we have something like this now, maybe try like balance the base. Let's balance the base. But before we do that, let's try to remove this minus. Let's take it out later. So I'm going to have here now 4 raised to the power minus 1 times y is what? Minus y. Then minus 1 times minus 1 is what? Plus 1. See ba? To give you what now? 32. Okay? So what do we do next now? What are we going to do next? Let's try to balance the base. And in balancing this base, currently the base here is what? 4. The power is minus y over minus y plus 1. The base here is 32. The power is what? Tell me. 418, 401. That one correct. So we are going to balance the base. Going to be, if the base here is 4, yes, it must be 4. Okay. So if you want to balance the base here, if you try to use 4, which is the smaller base, to balance this one, you're going to have here 4 here now. 4 times 4 is what? 16. 16 times 4 is more than 30 already. It's giving you 64. So you cannot use 4 to balance the base. So instead, I'm going to reduce this one. Then also reduce this one. So to reduce this one, I'm going to have 2 times. See, 2 times will give you what? 4. 2 times is 4 already. So I'm having an open bracket, this minus y plus 1, close the bracket. See, to give you what now? How many times you go multiply? Since you don't really reduce onto 2, make sure that the other one will be 2 also. This other 32. So what you get now? 2 times, how many times you multiply 2 to give you 32? So 2 times 2 now waiting, 4 times 2 now waiting, 8 times 2 now waiting, 16 times 2 now 32. So how many times you have multiplied? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. So this 32, I'm going to change it to what? 2 raised to the power 5. Okay, so what do we do next here now? See, now the base are equal. I'm going to divide both sides by the base. I will divide both sides by the base. So what is the base here now? 2. Divided by 2, divided by 2. 2 go take 2 now. 2 go take 2. What do you have left? 2 open bracket minus y plus 1 close the bracket is equal to what do you have here? 5. But so expand this. 2 times minus y is what? Minus 2y. Plus 2 times 1 is what? 2 is equal to what? 5. But so now I'm having a minus 2y. Collect like terms. Remove this one to this side. I'm going to have what? I'm going to remove this one to this side. I'm going to have what? 5. Sorry, is equal to 5. When plus cross become what? Minus 2. Okay, so now minus 2y now will give you 5 minus 2 is what? 3. So what do we do next? Divide both sides by the coefficient of y. Here by minus 2, here by minus 2. This take this. What do you have left? Y is equal to 3 divided by minus 2. So 3 divided by minus 2 means y as